Before we get into the video, guys, I just want to let you know that me and also my buddy Juice Bad over on Twitch, we do entire streams that are completely dedicated to just helping new lights. So if you need any help at all, my Bungie name is right here. It's real simple. I try to make it as short as possible. It's just Z hashtag 1483. Feel free to hit me up. And like I said, we are always just looking to help out new lights and things like that, especially with Final Shape coming up. So yeah, feel free to hit me up if you need help or have any questions with anything. So the first thing you're going to want to do after you finish the tutorial is go to your destinations and head to the tower. The game might have you do this. I don't remember if they do. And you'll just go ahead and travel to the tower. It'll spawn you in right here is where you'll spawn at. And you just want to head over to Akora. I'm just showing you the way in case maybe the game doesn't show you how to do this, or I don't know why it wouldn't, but or maybe you missed that because I know the game throws a lot of information your way and you probably skipped through most of it and didn't read it at all. So you want to follow the path I take over to Akora, and Akora has new light kits which are designed to help you just get started. I'm gonna go through all three. I'm gonna start with my Warlock, then I'll do a Hunter build and a Titan build, and then I am going to be doing each campaign as just different episodes. But so anyway, normally for new lights, I would recommend Dawnblade. The reason being is, in my opinion, Dawnblade has the most survivability. That is the easiest to proc. If that makes sense. Like, it's the easiest to use. Like, you could just throw your healing grenade. You don't have to do anything in particular to get it to work. You just drop your healing rift. You have a healing well. Like, it's all just survivability based. However, right now, I think it's Shax also has basically his version of a new light kit, and his is Arc. So I'm thinking if I pick this kit, because I have no idea what's in this thing, I'm thinking if I pick this kit, it'll synergize with Shax's kit. So hopefully that makes sense. So those are the fragments that it gives you. Okay. I'm gonna have to try to remember those for the build. Okay, you just received new items. Nice. Oh, okay. It puts it all on for me. Okay, nice. Okay. Cool. What? Okay. Why did it not equip my art? Alright, so anyway, so this is our new light kit. I don't know, guys. You can just blaze through it. It's just going to explain everything. Aspects, fragments. These are all the, basically the things it just gave you. So you have your new build ready to go. And like I said, Shax he actually also has a light kit, so we're going to head over to Shax next so that we can go ahead and put this all together. And I believe Shax is over here in the Hall of Champions. Alright, so like I said, you just head over here to Shax, and he also has his little version of his light kit. So he's going to give us a Thunderlord, a pair of Getaway Artists, which are actually kind of had nice stats, so not mad about that at all. You should probably just go ahead and pick all these up. I already picked this one up because I actually thought it was a pretty good roll, but so I'll just go ahead and pick all these up. And then also pick up the armor, because it's going to be better than that blue armor that you just received. And like I said, I'm going to do this with all of my characters, with all the Hunter and the Titan also. I'll show you guys how to do all that. So basically, I'm just going to use what he gave me to make my build. As you can see, I have on, I don't know what the, oh, okay. So now you're gonna have all 1810 gear. You're gonna have your new light kit with your aspects and your fragments, and you're gonna have some nice little weapons. I would recommend probably the shotgun, so you have a secondary. Come to pass is actually synergizes nice. and he was nice enough to give us an exotic Thunderlord. Now, I do want to point out, I think you unlock Risk Runner before you choose your new light kit. And if that's the case, I would probably run Risk Runner instead of Thunderlord. And then I would just use one of the heavies that I'd probably use to come to pass that Shax gives you, the heavy grenade launcher. I would do that instead. But just in case I'm wrong and you don't have Risk Runner yet, I'm just gonna go ahead and use what he gave me to do this build. So the first thing I want to do is get my gear up. Basically, you probably won't have the material to do this. But basically, weapons work like this. You just want to go click Y on them. I'm playing on Xbox, so the interact button for me is Y. And then you can just go to this. This is called their masterwork, and you can masterwork them. Now you see once they're masterwork, they're glowy, and that just means they have better stats. Is all they mean. This is your mod slot for your weapon. And usually on something like this, I would either go major spec or boss spec, depending on what you want to do. And then you'll just do that. You can't do that with your exotic, but then you'll just go ahead and do that with your other gun. And then for armor, it's kind of the same thing. You want to upgrade your energy. Again, you might not have the material to do this. I'm not going to masterwork this because I'm not spending that. But then I'll go through, I'm going to go ahead and make a build for this, but these are basically your mod sockets where you'll place everything. I would recommend, instead of having someone explain all these different mods to you, go through and read them and figure out which ones work for your playstyle. Because I oftentimes find that anytime I look up a build for this game, I immediately change it to something else that will fit my playstyle anyway. So I've learned the hard way to just kind of do my own builds. But I will show you guys a nice easy starter build for the Arc Warlock subclass. Okay, so from what I could tell, it looks like these are the fragments it gives you, and the grenade. It gives you Storm Grenade, which is a very strong grenade, so not bad at all. I like all of the fragments that it gives you because you don't have to worry about proccing any of them. If you want to go through and read them all for yourself, I would recommend that because you'll get a way better understanding of what they do. But basically, like, you'll proc them all just playing the game. You don't have to worry about doing anything special. So I really like the fact that these are the fragments that they give you. Unfortunately, I didn't see any aspects pop up on the screen, so I'm not sure if it gives you any and which ones it gives you. So I mean, that might be up in the air. Also, a super didn't pop up. I think you start with Storm Trance. You might have both unlocked. I'm not sure. So your super might be a little different from mine. I'm not sure. But other than that, definitely run Healing Rift because you want survivability, especially as a new light. You're going to want to be able to heal yourself. I'm not sure what melee it gives you. I'm assuming it'll give you all the jumps. So not going to go into too much of these. But this is basically going to be our build. It's going to be these aspects, fragments, of super, and then I'm going to be using the weapons it gave me, and I'm going to be using the exotics that it gave me. So this will definitely basically be the setup for your Warlock. It should be almost exactly the same as mine at this point. Alright guys, so this is the full build that I came up with using just all the armor and weapons that you get from New Light. So all of this you will have available to you. I'm not sure what armor fragments the game gives you right off rip. I'm assuming they give you pretty much all of them. I don't know why they would keep that. But I basically tried to pick, and real quick, if you don't know, I'll show you how to do armor mods. Real quick, I would say try to get your resilience as close to 100 as possible. Just focus on your resilience right now. I wouldn't worry about getting too deep into the rest of your stats. You want this as high as possible because it's going to keep you alive. But I try to choose my armor mods that basically they're just going to work on their own without you having to do anything special. So you just play the game, kill enemies. Same with the fragments. Basically, this entire build is meant so that you can just play the game, kill enemies, mindlessly and not have to worry about doing anything special to use, get your build working properly. That was my entire goal of doing this build. So these are all the mods, and to select mods, you just go to your armor, click Y on your armor, and this is where you get your resilience at. So you want to make sure you put your resilience mod here in this first slot. This is fancy artifice armor, so don't worry about that slot. And then, like I said, I showed you all the fragments that I picked. I chose fragments like heavy ammo finder. You're gonna get more heavy ammo drops basically. Harmonic siphons. Your kills are gonna drop little orbs, and you just want to make sure you pick them up. That's the only thing I would say about this build. You're gonna make these little orbs on the ground. You're gonna want to make sure you pick those up because it's gonna help the rest of your mods proc. But other than that, that's the only thing you really need to know. The one thing I will say is that I kind of don't like the fact that they pick Getaway Artist as the starting exotic armor piece. Because basically with Getaway Artist, what you do is you consume your grenade. So instead of throwing your grenade, you're going to hold your grenade button down, and it's going to give you a little arc buddy that'll kill enemies for you, which is nice. Yeah, it's fun. But I wish they would have picked, there's a lot of arc exotics that will work with new lights where you don't have to worry about anything special. Like, you could just throw your grenade normally and they'll work just fine. So I kind of wish they would have picked something else other than that. But the nice thing about Getaway Artists is it's the simplest way to get amplified, which amplifies, it does a lot of things for you. Basically, it's just going to make you more powerful. So that is nice because it is the easiest way to get amplified, I think, in the game. So basically you're going to consume your grenade and then you're going to do more damage, just to keep it simplified. So I do get why they pick these, but I feel like that there's definitely easier starter exotics they could have used. And you guys will be, I'll show you gameplay of me actually consuming my grenade and using this exotic, obviously. Okay, real quick, guys. So for the hunter, I literally just did the same thing. I ran through, I got both new light kits. I'm only going to be using the armor and the weapons from the new light kits. And I really like the fragments. Again, the fragments they picked all synergize and they're all very easy to use. Same with my build, all my mods and everything. They're all very... you'll just use them. You don't have to think about it. The thing with the hunter build is you're going to want to melee a lot. Everything synergizes around the hunter melee. All your fragments, aspects, your exotic, everything like that they give you is all melee based. So I guess I figured that new lights probably, when you panic, you melee a lot. So I'm assuming that's why they did that, which this is actually a really fun build. So yeah, definitely check it out, and we will move on to Titans next. So for Titan, they gave us Curious of Fallen Star. Really nice exotic. It's going to allow your super to do a ton of damage. With the Titan, however, there are a few things. This is the overall build if you want to pause it and check it out. Again, I just used the armor, and exotic weapons, fragments, things like that. I just used what the game gave me in the new light kit. Again, I tried to make it as simple as possible, so you just have to play the game in order for the build to work, so you don't have to do anything special. There are a few things I want to go over though with the Titan, because first off, the jump, I would say it gives you catapult lift. I would say use strafe lift if you have it. It's going to make jumping a lot easier for you. Also, you're going to want to make sure you have Thunder Crash on. If you don't use this super, then your exotic is totally useless. And I think those are the only two main things. Yeah, just make sure you do those things, and yeah, you'll be fine. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Just a quick intro to new lights, just some quick builds that you guys can use while playing the game. Next video I am actually going to go, and I think it wants us to do the mission First Contact. So next video I will show you where to find that mission, and we will be playing that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I'm Z. Bye bye.